Here's the bike light. I've unscrewed the back and taken out the battery. Next up, I need to remove this top part. So I'll use the shim. So there's a little clip there I need to get under. Oh, there we go. It is under. Cool. So I'm just going to pop the bezel off. There's an O-ring around the outside here. I just want to take out this LED. There's a white LED there. It's currently about 6,500 Kelvin, which is a bit on the cool side. And I don't really like the beam, so let's just take it out and improve it. You can get these tools for like $5 on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. But yeah, we're just doing a DIY today. So here we go. That's that put out. Here is the MCPCB. There is some thermal paste. I'm going to clean that off. This is glued in place. I just need to rip the PCB off. So let's just rip that off. It's just glued in place. So there we go. That is removed. Don't forget the O-ring. Well, it's almost broken, but let's keep that over there. I'm gonna desolder these wires first. I need to add some flux to that. There we go. Nailed it. Cool, so those driver wires are off. You can see that light up. So it's putting 3 volts through it. That's just to test it and see if it's working. So it works. We know which way to put the LED in. So with the MHP50, got like 3 different levels, like T1, T2, T3. I've changed T1 to 210 degrees Celsius. So I'm just going to use it to heat up this. It's hooked up to a 65 watt power supply. So it shouldn't take too long to heat up. You can see it there, like 60, 72. So we're gonna use this. Let's get the LED ready. So these are some fancy prototype LEDs or samples I received from an enthusiast in China. They sent them through to me, which is really nice of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've been playing around with one of them. I'm gonna put this in a bike light and make use of it. So you might be able to see, yeah, they're the pads on the back of the LED. I need to line them up. 150. This heat up process is pretty slow. What's going on? Might need to customize it and figure out what it's doing. Minute 30, minute 40. $191. Is that hot enough to... Ooh, that is hot enough. Okay. Cool. So that did not really need to go to that temperature. So we can see the pads here. So let's put that back on and add a bit of solder. Normally you'd use solder paste and not this approach, but I'm just getting it done. Tend to just use whatever works if it's my own stuff. Cool, that's enough. Careful. Okay. Now the trick is to figure out what is the anode and cathode. There might be a little marker. I'm gonna go ahead and point the 2 dots to the anode and assume that it's correct. If it's incorrect, I'm gonna have to flip this around. Okay. Wish me luck, because if it's not correct, I'm gonna have to redo it. Whoop. Surface tension of the what's going on? It should just sort of spring into place if it's correct. So it's kind of springing into place there. Let's hope it's okay. And that's in place. I'll go ahead and test this and make sure it's the correct way around. If it's not, then flip it. Oh, it's the correct way around. Nice. Let's grab that little solder ball. Go away. There we go. Hopefully the heat transferred onto this aluminium block. I'm going to put this on for a bit more and just let it sort of settle a bit. Give it the best chance at trying to stick, essentially. More solder. Okie dokie, that's enough. Transfer it across, get rid of that little solder ball. Let's flip this over. And get rid of that solder. Cool. Let's try not to burn ourselves. This is extremely hot. Everyone sort of burns themselves on the corner of these. I'm going to chuck it over here. Now I just need to put this back in. So let's solder it together. Whoop. Okie dokie. Just add a little dot. Oh, that's a big dot. Way too much thermal paste. Okie dokie. Thermal paste all the things. Here's that glued part again. So let's go ahead and try and fit this back in. Ideally, it should just squeeze on. There we go. Squeezed it back in. There's the emitter. It's kind of in there. So if I push this in, there's going to be a bunch of thermal paste coming to the front. Nice. It's nice and in there. Now I got this nice yellow LED. So gonna upgrade the battery. I don't know what this is. It's probably like a Lash and BAK something. Here's a Molicel P45B, which is nice. There's a Molicel P50B these days, but let's chuck this P45B in and see how that performs. I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I stripped one of these screws before, which is unfortunate. This one here got stripped. Need to put the water sealant back on. Yay, it works! Aha, we have power. Well, that is fun. Oh, it's nice. I'm already liking it a little bit more. You still get the artifacts in the beam from the shape of... The shape of the beam's a bit weird, but that's how the lens works. You can see like a floody beam towards your front wheel when you're riding a bike, and then you can see out like 5-10 meters ahead of you. The spotlight beam points out. So got flashing. 2, 3, 4. Guess I need to pop this on the charger to get maximum brightness. Cool. It's nice when things work. I think that's okay. There's the new LED installed. And we just had to use the MiniWare MHP50. I wonder if I can clean off the gunk. Nice. Get rid of the... Love it when things work. So this is the MiniWare MHP50. It's done its job, heated up. Wasn't the fastest of it. I mean, it took like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to heat up to about 200 and something degrees. This is the aluminium. It's supposed to cool down faster than the brass ceramic version, so I got the aluminium version to try and do reflow profiles, but today I've just gone ahead and heated up to 210 degrees, and that was really more than enough.